Welcome back to a series so awesome. Even General Grievous subscribed. In today's video, Hasan is being canceled by liberals, and he's once again blaming Ethan and Destiny. He's claiming people criticizing him are just too brain rotted from being online. Streamer Hutch is exposing Hasan for going against his own political party. He's claiming that his idol, Zoran Mamdani, did not disavow him, and they're definitely good friends. Ethan is exposing more of Hasan's TikTok reshares, where Hasan is going after Ethan's wife Ela, implying she's a terrorist. Desperate, mentally ill TikTok girls are thirsting over Hasan. Lynn, the streamer who essayed two guys live on camera and got a 1-week ban, is now crying that her friends are turning on her. They have responded. Streamers Lacey and XQC are cooking her. Subscribe or you turn into a 35-year-old man-child.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, so now Hasan is being called out by liberals. Basically, he was going around saying that he's not going to tell you who to vote for and that Kamala is just as bad as Trump, and basically doing nothing for his political party.
Democrats, if they were in charge right now, would be doing 100% the exact same thing, 1-to-1. Make no fucking mistake. Anyone who tries to tell you that Kamala Harris will be different is a fucking delusional moron.
So people are mad at him, and he's now blaming it on the usual suspects. Hasan says it's just Ethan, Destiny, etc. calling him out over the no Kamala endorsement.
Yeah, what's funny about the Kamala Harris defeat is that, like, I rang the alarm bells over and over again, and people would yell at me. And then still there is this contingency online of people who are just like drama focused and deeply unserious that are basically trying to move what remains of their increasingly smaller sliver of an audience in the direction of angst and animosity against me individually. And they just keep saying over and over again, like, I was responsible for her defeat. And it's so fucking stupid because most liberals, most normie liberals don't see it like that at all. So it's become this weird thing that if you're on Reddit too much, if you watch Sex Pestany, if you watch Ethan Klein, right? If you watch those guys, you literally think like, oh yeah, no, this is right. He did actually cost the election. Because that's all you're getting that's the avenues that you're getting your information from.
Right. Instead, we should get our information from Hasan, of course, the most reliable source on the entire internet, actually. He has great commentary such as, look at my favorite terrorist flag. It's really nice.
Hezbollah. Look it up.
Oh. By the way, this man is saying that people are drama focused and are deeply unserious. Buddy, just the other day, you were dressing up as Superman, comparing yourself to him, being like, yes, all I want to do is good in the world. I also embody Superman's values. You're the unserious one, buddy. Oh my god. Honestly, he is literally just a detriment, right? If Hasan is on your side, you're basically gonna lose 9 times out of 10 because he's like this toxic fucking corrosive compound that just destroys the entire body, right? So then he says that people are just too brain rotted from being online.
But their fucking parents, their grandparents, the Barbers and the Deborahs do not feel that way because when they hear my commentary, they go, no, that actually does make sense. Why didn't the Democrats do this? And it's very strange that, the more online you are, the more online brain poisoned you are, and the more you get your information from these like deeply unserious places that are simply using world-changing political events, specifically to drive home whatever kind of personal animosity they have towards a content creator that they despise. Like they have their own personal agendas is what I mean. And a lot of people cannot shake themselves out of that stupor, and it frustrates me to no end.
Right, of course, other people are terminally online, not the guy who sits and records himself streaming on camera 10 hours a day every single day while also constantly having meltdowns and getting rage baited by his chat. The guy who just a few weeks ago was having a mental breakdown saying, I'm going to quit streaming, I hate liberals, I hate the left, oh my god, I hate everything.
Oh my fucking god, I hate the left, I hate liberalism, I hate everything that's going on. every single fucking day of the goddamn week. I hate my life. I hate fucking streaming. I hate socialism.
Like, dude, honestly, the only marvel here is the fact that you haven't popped a blood vessel doing this. And you know, it brings me great joy that Hasan is just never, ever becoming a respected political commentator. This man will always and forever be a joke and be shunned by his own side. People responded, Mamdani gets elected and Hasan goes Super Saiyan 3 with this gaslighting campaign. The Hasan Piker Pokemon card, Dark type, Dog Abuser, HP 666, gaslighting ability, 2 energy. The watching audience becomes manipulated into questioning their perception of reality. Retweet constant underneath that, I never said that. Clip it, it's out of context. Legendary Pokemon card. I'll take 5, one of a kind right here. I'd like a signature as well, honestly. Hasan's when Democrats lose. I'm not on this team. Hasan when Democrats win. I literally make this. I'm the heart of the party, guys. Hasan abused animals. Not sure why anyone listens to this thing. I love how people just keep bringing it up. Even if it's unrelated, just keep bringing it up. Right, so then Hutch responded, it's technically true that Hasan, in fact, talked about the presidential election and the candidates. Here's what he had to say.
All right, now we're down to the national election, and boy, oh boy, do we got some good options here. We got Donald J. Trump for president, J.D. Vance for vice president, Republican. We have Claudia de la Cruz for president with Karina Garcia for vice president, peace and freedom. We have Kamala D. Harris. I didn't even know her middle name had a D in it. She got the will of D. For president, Tim Walz for vice president, Democratic ticket. We have Robert F. Kennedy for president because he was not able to get off the rolls here. And Nicole Shananan for vice president of the American Independent ticket. Chase Oliver for president. Mike Termott for vice president on the Libertarian ticket. We have Jill Stein for president and Rudy Rudolph Ware for vice president. And we have an option for writing candidate. If you think I'm going to tell you who I'm voting for, how I'm voting on this one, you are out of your dang mind. But I do want to see what people are. I do want to see what other people are saying. Regardless of the hypothetical reality where Kamala Harris would not be as bad as Donald Trump, which we have no proof for.
Yeah, and this man wonders, why do liberals hate me, guys? Maybe because you're like the worst ally ever. You want all the support of the lefties, but then you can't even tell them what to vote for. I mean, of course, they hate you because you're basically just a grifting cockroach menace. You basically sit there, take a large chunk of the liberal viewer base or whatever, and then convince them not to vote for anyone. And then your own party loses. And then, of course, the rest of the liberals just hate you because you're literally an op, bro. You're trying to sabotage them from the inside. Honestly, at this point, if it was actually confirmed that Hasan is a foreign op, he would be doing a great job, right? Whenever he goes back or whatever, right? He's going to be welcomed with celebration. Like, congrats, Hasan. You did irreparable damage to America. The bravest soldier who went into the heart of the territory, brainwashed millions of dumb Americans into falling for his propaganda. Imagine that's actually a real story, bro. But the real fact is he's just a fucking bumbling moron. We got a Hasan fan going, seek help, please, weirdo. Hutch responds, I don't even know what this is supposed to mean. Hasan couldn't even be bothered to do the bare minimum to support Kamala in 2024. This is just a fact. That's because if Kamala won, he would lose his revenue stream of content or whatever. If you couldn't be bothered to use whatever influence you have in the capacity of being a political influencer to advocate for the Democratic candidate in a presidential contest versus Donald Trump, you have zero business lecturing the party on what their messaging should look like. Moving on to Hasan crying once again, just a recurring theme on this channel. He's talking about the new mayor of New York City, Zoran Mamdani. Basically, Zoran disavowed him on TV regarding his comments about 9/11 because Hasan, the man who complains about being called a terrorist, was like, America deserves 9/11, right? Which is something definitely a terrorist would say.
The assemblyman will not denounce Hasan Piker, who said America deserved 9/11.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
I find the comments that Hasan made on 9/11 to be objectionable and reprehensible already in this country.
And now Hasan is claiming that they're definitely good buddies. Hasan denies being disavowed by Zoran, says that he was directly invited to the election party.
Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani, didn't he disavow you? No, he did not. Even if he did, it wouldn't matter. But no, he did not do that. Think in two different ways. Number one, if he did, Why the fuck was I invited to the election victory party and live streamed the entire thing? And the second thing is, even if he did, what difference does it make? I'm a fucking political commentator. What does that have to do with his agenda here? There are a million politicians that I cover on a daily basis here that I have no direct connection with. AOC invited you? No. What are these? What is happening? Chatter. Okay. You're a Jason the Wiener. You're a fan of Nephew. Okay. So I'm going to be as gentle as possible when I say this. You have to stop getting, do you dye your hair? No, I do not. I do have white hairs. You can probably see it if you look close enough. You said you snuck in a little bit? No, I did not. I like, people need to stop thinking that like when I'm memeing about shit, I'm being sincere.
Guys, come on, believe me, we're still best friends. Please, we're very close. Weren't you like denied seating or something? And then you had that rant of, oh, we have no motion. Oh my God, guys, we're irrelevant now. We're washed up. And then you were desperately trying to tell the organizers of the security that, hey, there's 70,000 people watching, guys. I'm very popular. Please let me in.
But there's 72,000 people watching.
Oh, great.
Currently. Yeah, we can show here. It's fine. We have no motion. We're out. We're done.
We're washed.
We're washed.
Anyways, let me just explain what's going on. Basically, Hasan really looks up to this Zoran Mamdani guy, and he desperately wants to be accepted by him, especially now since he's won the New York City mayor and he's well liked by a lot of people. Hasan wants to be that guy. He's like, that's me, guys. That's me. I did this, guys. So he says that he didn't disavow you, but even if he did, it's fine. So you're not sure, basically. That's what I got from that, because you would definitely know if someone is your friend or not, especially in the terms of like a political relationship, whatever. But my thoughts are, even if you were friends, you're basically a liability, right? Even if he did actually like you, he probably doesn't want to be seen with you in public because it's just bad PR. You're literally the America Deserved 9/11 guy, and he's the mayor of New York City. Not exactly the best combination right there. Hasan pushes back on the disavow narrative on Twitter with the retweet. Candidates who refuse to disown Hasan Piker have a 100% win rate. That's just not accurate. What are you even talking about? Because he disavowed you, at least your 9/11 comments, and then he won. So it's like immediately proven wrong. Believe not what you see with your eyes. Meanwhile, in reality. And that's why me, electrocuting my dog, is a Zionist plot. It's a far-right Israel campaign. Anyway, Mamdani's the best thing in politics since Stalin. Mamdani here. Please leave. You're scaring my voters. Guy who denies shocking his dog said what? Not on the list and disavowed live on TV, Lamau. Speaking of Hasan shocking his dog, Dan Saltman celebrates making it past the 1-month anniversary of Dogtober 7th. Never forget hashtag free Kaya. It's actually been a month, guys. Time really flies when you're having fun. Moving on to Ethan going over more of Hasan's TikTok reshares. So recap, last time we discovered that Hasan shares his own thirst traps like a fucking narcissist freak, and then he promotes fan theories of him being in a secret relationship with Cutie Cinderella, Jellywig's girlfriend, right? Which is extremely messed up and weird. Now we also learned from Cutie Cinderella that he apparently harassed her by thrusting his pee-pee at her, to which Ludwig responded, well, that's crass, being the absolute cock he is.
He put on his costume and he came in and he said, you could see my dick in this. And I said, Hasan, I'm not looking. And then he proceeded to hump the air and he said, look. And I said, I'm not looking.
That's crass.
So Hasan, absolute degenerate freak. Well, here is Ethan going over more of Hasan's repost, and it's a combination of thirst traps and a bunch of digs at Ethan.
By the way, who spends their whole fucking day making Hasan thirst traps? It's mental. And then he's promoting them all the time. Look at all these.
That's crazy.
Look at all these.
Crazy.
Look! Look at it.
Look it up.
That's an end.
Here's where it started. Let's look at their first one.
No.
Hasan, I have no gag reflex is the description.
I do.
Let me read that for you one more time. Hasan, I have no gag reflex. Reflux. Is that saying that they want to like deep throat him? I'm assuming.
Wait, oh my God, is that what it?
Yeah, I think yes.
Wait,
yes.
That is what that is. Ela. Yeah.
Page. By the way, again, this is the video he shared.
God.
It's Ela with a weapon from Army, me in front of a Palestinian flag. God knows what that is. Pedo troll stuff. These are their pinned ones, right? Like, obviously,
like-
even just on this Snapchat alone, it's fucking deranged.
In the state of where the climate is today, to have that one pinned of me holding a gun from my training when I was 18 years old is crazy. This is 20 years ago. It is mind-blowing. This is from my training.
Yeah, this is basic training, which you did for 2 weeks.
Yes, it's just basic training. I was a secretary. Everybody does basic training. I don't know anything about guns nowadays. I don't remember anything. This is not,
part of what's
this
super
is
nefarious.
not what I am. Like they do it on purpose to create this image of me today.
Yes,
in
and
today's
he
world.
participates. That's my point that I want you guys to understand. He doesn't just participate. He's the fucking pillar of this entire shit. They follow his lead. And when he shares shit like this, they fucking notice. He's giving the cosign, like, yep, Hila's a fucking militant baby killer.
Valid target.
Valid military target. His own words,
His
guys.
own words. I'm a valid target.
Yeah, I mean, this is seriously disgusting. So it's one thing for Hasan fans to be doing this, right? Because obviously you can't control his entire community. But then Hasan resharing this stuff just makes it much worse because he's explicitly endorsing this and he's encouraging this behavior. And obviously, he's the one who leads the charge. He's the one who said that Hila Klein is actually a valid military target, right? The wife of your favorite podcaster. And him and his community still thinks that Hila is a terrorist baby killer who's essentially a valid target, right? And this is something only psychopathic freaks can come up with because obviously she's not. She was a secretary because there was mandatory military service and she didn't want to go to jail. And I just love the fact that in between these 30 different thirst trap reshares, right? And he's like having this gooning session with himself because he's a massive narcissist. In between that, he needs a bit of Ethan sprinkled in, right? Just to make sure he refills the juices, keeps it fresh, like an absolute prawn addict looking for the next video. He's making sure he can get that last push here. He's ADHD, jacking off to the combination of himself and Ethan here. Dude, this is diabolical. This is like finding Dan Clancy's secret gooning folder, but this is Hasan's, and when you open it, it's just himself, which is arguably even worse, all right? This is a level of psychopathy I haven't seen in a while, all right? Holy fucking shit, this man is gooning to himself, and he's like, oh my god, I need to finish. Let me put on Ethan. A little bit of Destiny, a little bit of Asmongold, slap tubers. Holy shit, buddy, get a grip. Right, so then Ethan goes over more desperate, mentally ill women who are thirsting for Hasan, and this is like the saddest thing I've ever seen.
It pisses me off that I will never have him. 4,000 likes. It makes me physically sick that I'll never be able to ride that.
Oh my god, stop it.
Dude, these are like...
Girls.
How...
Can we all get it together?
No, apparently not.
There are better guys out there you could look out to.
That's not just me claiming that, Ethan. I think at this point, a lot of people see it, right? On your
I wonder why. Fucking your reshares.
Why are you resharing this?
Instagram stories, not including clips, since January 31st, 2025. You have mentioned me 110.
What's fascinating about this clip is... One, he says I shared it 110 times. We confirmed later on in this same conversation that it was like 50 times. And by the way, if you share his TikToks and his Instagram shares and posts about me, it's like hundreds.
But it's also more like tweets, the way you use your stories. It's how you...
That's what I'm saying. If you share all of his stuff together, it's hundreds, significantly more than mine. But okay, sure, I'm obsessed with you. But what's interesting is this information was passed to him on stream. You see it by someone named Chris CPS, clearly a snarker who thinks it's funny that CPS came to interrogate our children. So Hasan is associating with someone like that.
By the way, this is the standard Hasan cope that people are obsessed with him or whatever. Buddy, nobody is more obsessed with you than you. You're literally your #1 fan. You're a self-gooner. You're sharing your own TikTok thirst traps, bro. And it's like constantly over and over and over again. This isn't one or two. It's filled with them. You get off to yourself, you absolute deviant freak. Also, Hasan fans are like, while you're obsessed with him, you make so many videos on him. First off, we have a reason to cover you. It's literally free views and an infinite money glitch. Why would we stop? All right, this is beneficial. You're feeding my great-great-grandchildren right now. It's much appreciated. And I've always said the subject doesn't matter. If Hasan stops being a lol cow, I'll move on to the next lol cow. He's not special here. Also, man, I gotta give out a PSA. If you're a girl fan of Hasan, holy fucking shit. You need to have some level of self-respect, some level of dignity, because what is wrong with you? Okay, why are you thirsting over this Diddy party enjoyer who literally denies rapes happening, who literally says it's okay for rich women to get raped, and is actually the most misogynistic frat boy piece of shit ever? And now I sort of get it, right? You know that trend of those mentally ill TikTok girls thirsting over literal murderers, right? Confirmed murderers, and they thirst over them, right? And I feel like these are the same kinds of people who are thirsting over Hasan, because he's literally a terrorist glazer, okay? He's definitely among that little group there, right? The straight up psychopaths. Right, so then Ethan clowns on more Hasan fans, and oh my god, dude, there's an endless amount of these people, and it just gets more and more pathetic.
Literally, because read what the shit that the shirt says. It's shit that nobody supports. Racism? Hell no. Bigotry? Nice try. Where'd you even find a shirt like that? Hot Topic or something? Patriarchy? I don't think so. White supremacy? Not in my life. Oppression? Intolerance? Never. Unless it's a little Jew boy named Ethan, then I'm going to repost all that shit. And the account is demonstrably Hasan from, you guessed it, September. You guys kind of get the point here. It's a combination of hate videos on me and thirst traps nonstop, man.
But Hasan is my BTS. Well, BTS was my BTS, but BTS is currently brewing up some stuff post-military, and they've been MIA for a minute. But Hasan, something about him, like, I found Hasan on Twitter when he was yapping it up on the Young Turks and saying some controversial shit, and I heard that at 15 years old, and I was like, he's making some good points, and he's fine as hell, so let me go follow him. I'm 20.
Was that before or after you said old enough to count, old enough to mount? Because that seems like about the same era.
5 years old now. I'm 25 years old, and the hold that this man has on me is actually crazy. Like, there have been times where he's
Why would
pissed me
you
off
share
a little bit,
this?
and I took a step back, but I can't even really
It's
remember
so
what
weird.
those were about.
She's like, I am so obsessed. It's a problem. I can't stop thinking about him. I tried stepping away from it, but I can't. He's like, let's reshare this. This is good.
And I've always found my way back. No, like, there's something so parasocial about the way I feel about Hasan. Like, I saw him on that
Why would he
podcast
share
with the I
this?
Had It ladies. I don't even actively keep up
She's like, I have an unhealthy parasocial relationship with Hasan. Share.
with him. Like, I just see clips of him online. Like, back in the day, I used to have notifications on for his Twitter. Like, that's how in deep we were. That's before he even started streaming. But, like, now I just see clips of him here and there. Like, I saw a clip of him with the libbed out women, the I Had It ladies, and one of them was like just fangirling about his workouts and thirst traps, and I was like, shit, me too. Like, me too. Like,
You're so special. You're the only one, girl. You have this unique taste in this special guy. You're so special.
Dude, oh my god, these women are so lost, man. How do you end up like this? This is literally how you end up kidnapped and in the middle of a desert. You go on a date with Hasan Piker. You attend the Hasan Diddy party because you're like a liberal or something, and you think he's cool, and he's like, oh my god, he's a man. Oh my god, he's a man, and he understands our feminist issues. Like, he's obviously grifting, you stupid bitch. Also, did I lie when I said his fan base is full of gooners? Look at this. Oh my god, dude. And I'm so glad that this is actually proven now, because now we 100% know that people don't actually follow this guy for his intellect, for his actual opinions, his political know-how or anything. He's literally just a piece of meat, bro. It's these desperate, pathetic women that are in his fan base. He's literally a male OnlyFans guy. That's essentially what he is. And we know this from that article as well, where there's a picture of him in a bathtub, and there's a bunch of fucking weird old cat ladies going, oh my god, Hasan, you're so hot. Play the clips. Play Taylor Lorenz. Play Jennifer Welsh.
Oh,
Oh,
daddy.
you look great.
Speak of daddy, right there.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
You have to
Well, you look great.
You have to say hit it.
Oh,
You know,
thank
Pumps
you.
has a huge crush on you.
He knows that. He knows that. I'm old enough to be his grandmother, but he knows that.
Not grandmother.
Maybe sister.
Yeah. Hassan's
so
so
Stepsister.
sweet.
He's charming too.
Okay.
Smart, charming. all the
Hasan,
things.
He's unreasonably good looking and like cool and dresses cool.
Tell me about
But
it.
do you know what I mean? Like he Hasan would be an influencer no matter what he was saying, because he is
Hot.
very attractive and very cool and genuinely a good person.
This is his fan base, man. It is actually so pathetic. Oh my god. If you're a woman and you follow this guy, you need to save yourself ASAP. Oh my god. You will be nothing but disappointed. Holy fucking shit. Have some self-respect. You deserve better than Diddy Piker. How did you guys do this without the hazmat suits? Could you imagine your significant other sharing videos of themselves captioned, "I have no gag reflex"? This man is what, 37 years old? Dude, if your partner is thirsting over Hasan, you need to cut it off immediately. You need to put a boundary ASAP and be like, "I'm sorry, we cannot be together," if you're a fucking Hasan fan. The biggest ick is someone who's conceited. There's a huge difference between being confident and being conceited. Hasan jacks off to himself. He's like, bro, he's like 7 levels above conceited. He's sharing thirst traps of himself, bro. It's his gooning session. It's like when you open someone's like alternate like gooning account or whatever, and Hasan just does it on main, bro. It's sad. Just like Kaya, I'm completely shocked. Is that fucking oh my god, bro. The H3 fans are built different. Nobody loves Hasan more than Hasan. Okay, maybe except Taylor Lorenz. Okay, I could give that one a pass. Reposting your own thirst traps is prime narcissist. Patrick Bateman would totally be reposting his own Sigma edits. Hasan is the Drake of influencers. Don't tell Hasan about the Jewish origins of Superman. Bro's gonna use a slur, bro. Watch out. Moving on to Nina Lynn. Recap. Streamer Nina Lynn essayed 2 guys on Twitch live on camera. Undisputable. She got a 1-day ban, and then she got a 1-week ban for essaying this guy's toast. The punishment for literal heinous crimes on Twitch is a 1-week ban, right? While calling fucking fact is 2 weeks on Twitch. Definitely equal application of the standards there. Well, now she's mad at her friend Fan who apparently switched up on her. Nina Lynn says irrelevant people like Asmongold are autistic in her eyes, but she was stunned when she saw Fan switching up on her just for clips. Okay, immediately just calling Asmon irrelevant. Like, he's 50 times bigger than you. What do you even fucking... Like, at least when you have an insult, make it make sense, you know?
There was one person that you was like, damn, I thought you had my back. Not have my back. I didn't expect nothing. But I didn't expect them to throw my name in the dirt like that. Who? It's not even a person like people, the biggest people, I don't give a fuck. To be honest, if I don't know you, I don't give a shit what you say. You just autistic to me. Like, it doesn't matter. But it was one of them. I've actually used to do videos with a lot. I was like, damn, and she was actually a fan of mine. Oh, girl, what's her name? Can't tell you the name, bro. Can't say the name. Do we know who? I don't know. I don't want bitches to cry, but you feel me? But do we know her? Switch up real quick, real fast, even though they have my number and my text. You could have done all that. Like, you feel me?
Okay, so we'll start with Nina, I guess. Fucking disgusting behavior, honestly. Like, genuinely, I heard about the situation, and then I watched the clip later on, like, I think a day after I heard about it, and I watched the clip, and it made my blood boil. It was so fucking hard to watch. It was so hard to watch. It was so hard to watch. Yeah, and Zoe too.
Right, so that's apparently somebody switching up on you. I mean, if you sexually assault someone live on camera, 100% confirmed, and then you have 0 remorse, you say the guy should be embarrassed for being essayed, you have a bullshit apology, then you blame the victim and you make fun of them, of course people are going to switch up on you. That's not crazy. And that's not what friends are. Friends aren't supposed to support you 100% of the time, no matter what, even if you do heinous shit. In fact, they're supposed to hold you accountable. A good friend would actually call the fucking police because they want you to actually pay for what you've done. Like, if you have a best friend, no matter your relationship with them, maybe you were best friend for 9 years, and tomorrow you find out 100% confirmed on camera, it is recorded, they've been touching kids, then you better switch up. Oh my god, isn't that common sense? Like, if the crime is confirmed, it's not like an allegation or anything like that, then obviously you should switch up, right? You shouldn't be supporting your friend for literally committing crimes, because that's disgusting, and clearly they were not the person you thought they were. That is not switching up, you fucking idiot. She's calling the guy who literally shits 1 million views on YouTube multiple times daily irrelevant. Dude, nobody even knows who she is other than the girl who essayed somebody else. Saying anything except apologizing for essaying people on stream. Calling Asmon irrelevant when he's twice her size. Okay, twice is literally an insult. Not even close. No one knew who you were until you and your ratchet ass friend SA dudes is crazy work. What's not to love about this girl, other than absolutely everything? Anyway, so Fan responds to her ex-friend Nina Lynn saying she switched up on her, explaining that she thought Nina was genuinely sorry until she saw the clips from Nina's stream yesterday.
My thoughts aren't changed. Actually, what I will say is my thoughts were changed a while ago when she posted her like Instagram apology, which is when I saw that she unfollowed me, and I actually like respected her for the Instagram apology. And then my thoughts changed back to what they were initially when I saw the clips from her stream yesterday. But once again, I don't take back like anything I said. Oh, I do have one thing to add though. She did mention something while like in the clip that I saw of her saying like Fan has my number. She could have texted me about it. And like, but the truth is, as someone who dealt with sexual assault and shit like that, I don't feel comfortable reaching out to people who are the perpetrator. So I just didn't really feel comfortable like interacting with her. That's all. But she's right. I could have reached out to her, but I didn't. I don't feel comfortable interacting with her. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't need to keep being friends with someone like that, especially if like she was a victim as well and it's personal to her. That's just insane. It's actually so dumb that she said she switched up or whatever. Obviously, Nina just wants everyone to blindly support her. It just seems to me that she's not taking it seriously at all. And in fact, why would she, right? She got a 1-week vacation. She literally called it a vacation. That was the ban, by the way.
So this jail was kind of like vacay jail a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
And when you have no consequences for something like this, despite the fact that the internet is making an uproar about it, obviously, she's not going to change her behavior. Why would she? She can just get away with it. Also, just a little bit of a nitpick here, but she apparently Fan bought the first apology where it was like this Instagram bullshit apology or whatever. But why? Why would you buy that being like, oh, I thought she was genuinely sorry? So if a guy essayed a woman and said, oh, I'm sorry, would that be enough? Would that literally be enough for you to go like, well, okay, now she's my friend again? So I don't know. Even though her final conclusion is correct here, I didn't like that little interjection of, well, initially I thought she was truly remorseful. Like, of course she wasn't. She's fucking making fun of the guy as well. She never was and she never has been. It's a bunch of bullshit statements. Even the apology she put out was horrible, like the text one. Right, so then streamer Lacey from FaZe and XQC responded as well. Context, here's the clip that they're responding to.
So I am not assaulting you. No. I am not. You consent to this.
Yes.
You fully am okay with this.
Yes.
You will not use this clip against me later in 3 months later.
Never.
Why can she not just be a semi-decent human being, accept fault, say that she was wrong, and apologize instead of being like petty and making jokes about it? And I don't understand. I don't understand. If you do something wrong, whether you meant bad intentions or not, which she did, you apologize, you own up to it, and you try to become better. But instead, I saw she like said like, oh, it's a vacation, and then she said some bullshit about it being embarrassing, and now she's like making jokes about it, and like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, get her off the platform, please.
If you did something that's actually wrong, right, and you do these like skits of like making fun of it after the fact, whatever, it's gonna be in bad taste. I'm gonna give you a PR 101. If you do something that's actually bad, not like some, oh, dude, I threw a game of Overwatch or something like that. If you mock it, you're mocking everybody who felt discomfort against your behavior, because it's not just something you did. That if you did something that actually affects somebody, if you belittle it later on, you're just kind of belittling the people that you affected in the first place. And you might think you're fighting the system or the rules or the TOS or Twitch or whatever, but you're actually just being rude to the guy, the Syed guy. And I think that's kind of annoying, man. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if XQC and Lacey can understand this, basically anybody can, right? It's crazy because she's essentially just immune. Because she's literally on the Predator platform where SA is completely allowed. She's on the Diddy party list of Dan Clancy. Buddy's got her framed on the wall. Maybe she's part of his gooning list or something like that. Special privileges, obviously. Now click this video or you turn into a mentally ill Hasan Gooner. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.